No. Yes! Finally! Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in to another TF2 commentary. Now, I have to confess something. I'm in love with rocket jumping. I've always wanted to learn how to do this, and about a week ago I decided that I should really take the time to learn how to rocket jump the right way. I've been practicing so much that my hand actually hurts. There is one other time I hurt my hand while using a computer, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I figured I've been playing TF2 for almost 6 years now, and during that time I would try to rocket jump, but really I would have no clue what I was doing. Most of the time I would just flub my jump by not hitting the keys at the same time, and I ended up damaging myself more than the other team, so kind of embarrassing. So I decided that it's about time to learn how to do this properly, so I jumped on a jump server, get it, jumped on a jump server, to see what I could do. I also looked up some helpful videos that I found by someone called Nate Fox. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He makes excellent videos, tutorials for beginners and advanced jumpers. He even has one about demo man trimping, which is definitely something I want to try. Ever since I saw iRama's demo night videos, I've always wanted to learn how to do that. So anyway, I went on the most populated jump server I could find, which was running the map Jump Academy Easy. Now this map introduces you to the basics of jumping, including wall jumps, which is my personal favorite, pogoing, and sink jumps. To me, pogoing and sink jumps seem a little gimmicky and not all that practical for a real TF2 match, so that's why the walls course is my favorite. And right now I'm actually stuck on the last section of the pogo course, and I haven't even completed a single sink jump yet, so I have a ways to go. Now what's great about these servers is that the people on there are so helpful if you get stuck. Just ask for help in chat and someone will go to the jump you're actually stuck on and help out. You can also spectate them to see how they do it, and you can even show what keys they're pressing. And to do that, you just simply type !S keys in the chat and it'll show you the WASD keys, the jump, and the crouch. I'll put the server IPs for some of these Jump Academy servers in the description so that you can check it out for yourself. Now I know I've only been jumping seriously for about a week now, but I have 3 basic tips that could help beginners like me. So here we go. Kona tip number 1, start with W on your first jump. Now I know you're not supposed to press W in the air as this dramatically slows you down, but when I started jumping, I needed to develop muscle memory for pressing the jump, crouch, and fire keys all at the same time. Throwing in strafing at the beginning and shooting behind you was a little too complicated for me, so now I just walk forward with W and I concentrate on getting a good jump. As I got more comfortable with pressing all those keys, I started to add shooting behind me and strafing at the beginning just a little to get more distance and more speed. Kona tip number 2, make your first jump count. Now I've noticed that a lot of the jumps, especially the ones on the wall course, require a very good first jump in order to complete them. If you have a bad first jump, you can forget about trying to recover unless you're really good at that. Now concentrating on the first jump also helps with consistency. In a real TF2 match, you may only get one chance to do a jump and you have to do it under a lot of pressure, so make sure that first jump counts. Kona tip number 3, pay attention to the angle you shoot at. Now each time you jump, you should try to learn a little about how your trajectory is affected by the angle of your shot. Assuming that you press jump, crouch, and fire all at the same time, the only other thing that will change your trajectory is the angle that you fire. So if you find yourself falling short of some jumps, maybe you can try shooting a little more down so that it'll push you up. If you find yourself wall jumping around a corner and you keep knocking into things, try and change your angle so that you come off the wall correctly. If you have a program like Fraps or DxTory, which is what I use to record gameplay, I would recommend using that so you can review what you did right and what you did wrong. Trial and error in-game is always going to be a great way to learn, but sometimes I would nail a jump without really understanding why it worked. So having that gameplay recording really helps me compare my successes with my failures. Now I'm not just rocket jumping for the sake of rocket jumping. Doing these jump maps is a lot of fun, but I want rocket jumping to become second nature for me so that I can use it in a match. I'll admit that sometimes I get really excited during a game and I just randomly rocket jump even if it didn't really make sense to, you know? I want to avoid doing things like that. Instead, I want to be more selective as to how I use rocket jumping, whether it's trying to get a medic pick off or trying to flank people from behind. I also want to get better at market gardening. I still enjoy going to high tower and messing around, which is good for market gardening practice, but I also want to get good at market gardening in a real match. I want to be able to do it on demand. Now, I know I'm not a great rocket jumper. I've only been at this seriously for about a week, but I'm kind of proud of myself as to how far I've gotten. I thought rocket jumping was impossible for me to learn considering how long I've been playing TF2, but when I really set my mind to it, I found that it's not so bad, and with time and practice, I'll eventually get better at it. Now, my question for you guys is, what is something that you want to learn and get good at in TF2? Maybe it's rocket jumping, maybe it's demo knighting, or spy, stair stabs, or maybe it has something to do with the community market, be an expert broker or trader or whatever. Let me know in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.